Welcome back. You're watching Brand Wars and I am Shibani Gharat, and now we are speaking about brand IKEA. In a special chat with me today is the man who has helped setting up IKEA's first store in the country in Hyderabad, and now he is heading the India market as the India CEO for IKEA, appointed in July. Patrik Antoni, welcome to ET Now.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here with you.
So, as I mentioned, you were instrumental in setting up the first IKEA store. That was in Hyderabad many moons ago. As you take charge of the India market, like you've done that a couple of months ago itself, how do you think the brand has evolved in the past many years?
I think it's been a very, very exciting journey. We started off back in 2018 in Hyderabad with one market, one store. Although doing a lot of home visits and research, we didn't really know what we're going to meet. So after that, it's been a growth story, but taking it a little bit step by step. We opened in Bangalore, we opened in Mumbai, now we've opened in Delhi. Now I think finally we have the base of knowledge of the customer that we need to make a big leap. So we have spent time and understanding new segmentation models, creating new brand connections, and also building the trust in the global organization that we really can push for a big expansion. So I think we are at a unique moment now when we're ready to go forward.
Yeah, and India, when you entered as brand IKEA into the country, there were a lot of reservations that Indians have their own style of furnitures and homes which are not very much what you see in the Western market. So as you take charge as the India CEO, how do you think Indian consumer or Indians have warmed up to IKEA over the past couple of years?
I think it's going very well. We see the big potential in India is here, right? And we can feel it in IKEA. We see that we have a large population. We have a very young population, so over the coming 50 years is the time horizon we see that this will be a very, very exciting market for us. We see a lot of migration into the biggest cities and new behaviors. There's nuclear families, there are people who live single, they live together with friends. And all this creates a big need for home furnishing that we can fulfill. So with that as a base, we can really go forward.
Yes. And as you take charge of IKEA India, what are some of the initial observations and what is the initial mandate that you have as the country lead?
I think there are a few things that we're really internally looking at moment. One is to get our stores in great shape, to be better meeting our customers' needs. So it's about all the solutions that we can provide in the store to your needs. Each of our stores are unique, and each little room setting that we have is tailored to someone's personality, needs and aspirations. So when you go in there and look, you will find solutions to problems that you didn't know you had, because you've already lived in one way, and all of a sudden you see that, I can do that differently.
Yes.
This is what I need, and hence you many times end up with a few more things than you had planned.
Yeah.
Because we can inspire you to see things that is built on our understanding of life at home, adding it together with our global knowledge of home furnishing. Yeah. So that's one area, to be even better at this. Sure. Then we have the expansion that we now have mandate for, and we're increasing the expansion speed. So we're going to go, instead of having, today we have 6 stores, we will try to add 4 to 5 stores every year going forward, then being much closer to the many people in the markets we've chosen.
4 to 5 stores each year going forward. So in 2026, you're saying that you will add 4 to 5 stores more in the India market. In what formats? Will it be large formats like the store that we are sitting in right now, which is the Kamla Mill store, or the smaller one that you introduced in Delhi NCR region recently?
We see a mix being the format. We're building 2 big stores outside Delhi now, one in Noida and one in Gurgaon. They're integrated in our own shopping centers, which will be very nice meeting places. We will add formats from about 2,000 square meters up to 10,000 also, plus the big stores. And they all work in combination as, depending on your need that day. If you need just a product, maybe go online and buy it. If you want to speak to a coworker, ask some advice, you can go to a smaller store, you can see some of the range. Or if you're really into that, I need to have some inspiration today, I want to have a day out filled of exciting home furnishing, then you go to the big store and you indulge in the home furnishing, you go to the restaurant, you put your child maybe in the playground, you do things, you see it as a total experience and to get all that inspiration that you can get. So the combination of these formats is what will be the success, we believe, going forward.
IKEA has a unique integration between e-commerce and physical stores. How do you manage and how do you, navigate the complex distribution for both of these? And where do you want the consumer to go to?
So distribution-wise, we say that we really want to, now the focus is for us to deliver the next day. So when someone orders something at IKEA, you will get it the next day. We always do EV, so everything you deliver home is with an electrical vehicle because we want to minimize the planetarian impact. Then we've built up a combination of distribution capabilities. We have big distribution center in Pune that is distributing to all our stores. We have a smaller distribution center outside Delhi if you want to buy online there. Then all our big stores are also distribution centers, so they distribute out. So it's quite a complex system, but it's now we're getting a good take on how to do it in a good way.
And do you intend to also have additional regional distribution hubs going forward, considering that you intend to open 5 to 6 new stores in the years to come per year?
As of today, we are happy. The coming 2 years, I think, will be good with the setup we have. And then we have to investigate a bit what happens and how we can make it even more efficient. So, possibly.
Where is IKEA seeing the greatest return on investment compared to the Western markets today in the country?
As of today, I think where we really feel happy is that so many people are coming visiting us at the moment, and that is still building up to the future success in a sense. We've made big investments in our 3 really large stores, big investments in the shopping centers. Now we need to build up the volume of people coming in so they start buying more and more and more, and by that we can then lower the prices further. So it's really a game, we call it the positive spiral. Lots of visits, create a lower price, people buy more and you can produce more. And this will lead to that we can produce more and more in India also, because today we have about 30% of the range produced in India. And if we get more and more people buying from us here, we can buy even more from India. And this is what we really feel is the key to creating the right affordability over time.
30% of the range is produced in India. How are you localizing for the India market, specifically for the Indian consumer needs when it comes to furniture? Because we have our own distinct taste, when it comes to furniture. Our cupboards look in a particular way, our beds are in a particular style, our sofa sets are in a particular style.
So from the big perspective, we localize by using our range adapted to Indian way of living. Because in general, we do the same things everywhere. It sounds a bit strange maybe, but we all wake up in the morning, we have breakfast, we go to work, we get dressed, we go to work. We come home, we eat dinner, we get undressed, and we go to bed. Basically, everybody is doing that around the world. But people do it a little bit differently where they do things. So some people store their shoes in some countries in the bedroom, some store their shoes in the hallway, some store their shoes outside the door. So markets are different in how they do it. And this is how we need to localize. It's not about changing the product necessarily. It's about how we put them together and create solutions that are targeted to an Indian need. So all the stores we have in India looks different. The room settings are different because the markets are different and people behave different. Then we have a couple of Indian things because India has different needs. It could be a frying pan for chapatis, it could be a pressure cooker, it can be a firmer bed, it can be bed sheets with patterns on. Things are a little bit different, but in general, it's more about how we understand your needs and bring that out in terms of room settings and solutions that you feel, wow, this is what I need, yeah.
So the Malmo will be a Malmo, but in an Indian type of room setting is what you're trying to say. And what about your cafes? Because the IKEA cafes were a huge hit when you initially launched your first store. How are you bringing Indian cuisines to some of these cafes, and are you doing something new? Because that's a big attraction point when a family comes and shops at IKEA.
So we know that it's important to have food in our all our meeting points because it's difficult to do business on an empty stomach, as our owner and founder used to say. So that's a must. India and Indians do love food. I guess you know yourself. It's a special relationship between people and food here that I don't see everywhere. So of course, we sell a bit more food here actually than we do in many other markets. Asia in general is more food than in Europe. So we have a mix of Swedish and Indian dishes. The Swedish is there to first create our kind of Swedish brand values, but also for people to try something new. Yeah, if it would be only Indian dishes, it would be not so exciting. But of course, we have a dal makhni, we have something with tikka masala chicken, or you have some stuff. But we try to make also with salmon. We try to make an Indian variant with salmon. We take our veggie balls, try to do something Indian with those. We take a chicken ball. So we try to mix both and, so you get flavors that are new. Or you can also experiment with something truly Swedish, like a salmon with potatoes and a sauce. You know, it's okay. Let's try.
Yeah. What is the biggest attribute of brand IKEA, in the country that appeals the most to the young Indian consumer today, the newly married, the first-time jobber? What is the aspect of brand IKEA that appeals to that consumer?
Yeah, so at least what we would like it to be, I can say. One is the affordability, that it's affordable. Whatever price range I'm in, IKEA gives me the best value for money. This is what we hope. And then it's the whole range composition, because it's easy to shop at IKEA. You can buy whatever, more or less, and it matches. You take a curtain together with a throw and a pillow, and it has the same yellow. And the yellow matches to the green and to the red and the purple. It's built in a way together. And I think we're the only brand on the market that's doing that. So I think it's the ease of making your home look great. You don't have to try to match, it matches. And I think this easiness is why you go to IKEA. You can do half your house in one day, right? It's not that I have to go from here to there, and then it doesn't fit. The box I bought is too big for the shelf, or whatever it is. In IKEA, it's easy to shop.
So your predecessor, drove growth in the country for the past 3 years. Under your leadership, how do you want the next 5 years to look like for IKEA in the country?
Susanne and me were friends for many, many years. So I'm very grateful for what she did during her years, how she built a great foundation and a lot of trust in the whole IKEA organization inside, that India is a place where we should be. So I'm really standing on her shoulders now, so to speak, ready to take the next leap when it comes to expansion, when it comes to focus on operations and store excellence. And this is where I really can contribute. So I think we're a great combination of her strength that she built it, and now I can take on. And together with a great team that she has formed, we can make excellent results in India.
Great. All the best for that. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today for this conversation.
Thank you very much.
With that, it's a wrap on this special episode of Brand Wars. Goodbye and stay connected.